Hey guys! So it's prom season. I'm going to be doing a prom tutorial for you today, and in this tutorial I'm going to be taking inspiration from Megan Fox. So I'm going to be doing one of her kind of sultry smoky eyes. It's not too much, not too heavy, but it's the kind of look that would go with any number of colour dresses and it would suit just about everybody. So if you want to see the look, then keep watching. The foundation I'm going to be using is MAC's Studio Tech, and this is in the colour NC27. And I got to buff that on with my Real Technique stippling brush. Oh, and I bet some of you have probably noticed I dyed my hair. Yeah, I didn't really anticipate it to come out this brown, to be honest. I was actually trying to go a little bit lighter. That didn't work out so well. Yeah, it's turned out a lot more brown than I expected it to, but it will fade and the red will come through. It always does. I think when you do your hair dye yourself, you kind of have to be prepared for the colour to not turn out anything like you expected it to. It's the price you pay for not paying much of a price. It's so funny. The next thing I'm going to do is take some of my Illamasqua skin-based foundation, and this is in the colour 2, which is crazy light, and I'm going to use that as a highlighter on my skin. So I'm going to take it along the top of my forehead, not the top of my forehead, the middle of my forehead and the top of my eyebrows. And take it down my nose, across this area here and on the top of my cheekbones. It's kind of doing a bit of a triangle there. And I'm not bringing it up under my eyes because I'll put concealer there as well. A little bit down here and then on my chin. So that's where I'm applying it. Now I just need to make sure it's really, really well blended in. This brush I'm using is my Royal and Langnickel contour shadow brush. For the concealer under my eyes, I'm using Collection 2000 Lasting Perfection. And this is in the lightest colour. And then buff it in with the Sigma E40 brush. And then for concealing blemishes, I'm going to use my Boing concealer in number 2. This is the Benefit concealer. And I'm just going to set over the top of that with my Mercier translucent finishing powder. So I'll start off with the brows. Megan has amazing eyebrows. Just running a little bit of my MAC lingering brow pencil through first. Then I'm going to go over that pencil with some eyeshadow, and the shadows I'm using today are the Naked palette by Urban Decay, and I'm going to use this guy, which is Book. Obviously, you know, she has black eyebrows, she's got black hair. I am not going to fill my eyebrows in black because I would look ridiculous. I'll make them dark but not black. Very square at the front. So that's the brows done. I must be honest, I don't think I would ever wear my brows like this in real life. Like, obviously they look unbelievable on Megan, but I think unless you've got perfectly symmetrical brows, something like this where they're so perfect, where they're so definitely filled in, so obviously filled in, I think it really exaggerates your brows if they're not symmetrical. Like, you can really see if there's any difference between them. So I wouldn't wear them like this myself. I think there's absolutely nothing wrong with wearing them like this. It's just they're a little bit more unforgiving. But I thought I would show you anyway what they look like because that's how she wears her brows. And I know a lot of people like to wear their brows like this. But anyway, onto the eyes. So first thing, I'm going to prime my eyelids with one of the Estee Lauder DoubleWear shadows in the colour Ivory Lace. And I'm just going to use my finger. Pat it onto the brow bone as well. There's a little bit of a kind of gold sheen in this, so it makes a nice brow highlight too. Although I'll probably go over with another highlight anyway. Next I'm going to go into Dark Horse, this colour here. I'm using a Royal and Langnickel flat smudger brush. Any kind of flat eyeshadow brush like this will work, like a MAC 239 or something like that. Packing it in a C shape on that outside corner. And I'm just going to bring it up in a little bit of a wing onto my brow bone there. And taking a MAC 217, just blend it out. So I'm kind of blending it across the lid and also buffing it up onto the brow bone. Next I'm just using the same colour but on a pencil brush. I'm just bringing that under the eye, about halfway across, and making sure I connect it with the colour on the eyelid on top. And blending it in. I want to make sure everything is really soft, no harsh lines. Next I'm going to take this colour called Sidecar. I'm going to pat that on the inner half of the eye. And blend again. And now with that same colour and the pencil brush again, and that under, meet in the middle with the darker colour, and blend. Next I'm going to go into Sin, this light colour here, which is a really frosty, shiny colour. Into my pencil brush again and use that to highlight that inside corner. And then once again, take the 217 and just very gently just soften the edge of that. Okay, next I'm just going to take a bit of Virgin, which is the very lightest colour in the palette, and just on the 217 blend it right into that inside corner just to really brighten up the eye. Now I'm going to go into Naked, which is the matte kind of taupey brown colour. And I'm just going to blend the outside of the eyeshadow here a little bit higher. I've just wiped off my 217, so it's not exactly clean, but it's more clean than it was. And I'm going to go back into Virgin, the lightest colour, and run it on my brow bone. Now for eyeliner, I'm taking my Maybelline gel liner and an angle brush this time. And I'm first of all going to press that into the upper waterline. Oh, bad words. Don't poke yourself in the eyeball when you do that. And then just with whatever's left on the brush, I'm going to line on the top lash line, very close to the lashes, but only on the outside half of the eye. I'm just going to follow the line that the eyeshadow already has. And then just going to go into my pencil brush, just smudge it in a little bit. I don't want it to look like eyeliner. She doesn't really have very obvious eyeliner, but there's definitely something there that's lifting her eye. And then if you want, she hasn't got this, but if you wanted to make your eye look even more almond, just extend that line down. And then I'm going to line my waterline with brown eyeliner, and this is one of the 24/7 Urban Decay liners that I got free with my Naked palette. I didn't get a brush, I got a liner. Okay, now I'm going to put on some mascara. I'm using MAC Studio Fix Lash. I will be putting on false lashes too, so I'm not going to put on a huge amount of mascara. Just enough to take away the blondness. Okay, I'm going to pop on some lashes now, and I'm using Red Cherry lashes. These are number 523, and I have to put them on my fingers because I can't find my tweezers, so this should be interesting. I'm just going to run a little bit of black liner over, ooh, that's a little bit too much, over the seam of the lash there. Okay, we definitely need to add some more colour and contour into the face, so I'm going to use my Bourjois bronzer, the Délice de Soleil one. And for blush, I'm going to use Dainty by MAC. And then I'm just going to take a clean powder brush and just buff over the top of all that contouring and blush, just to make sure it doesn't look too stripy. And then to add a sheen to my skin, I'm going to take one of the MAC cream colour bases. This is Hush. So pat that on the cheekbone. And Megan's lips are quite natural, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to overdraw them, because I just can't not. So I'm going to take a little bit of lip liner. It's Subculture by MAC. Ouch. And over the top of that, I'm going to use one of the Clinique Long Last Gloss Wears in the colour Guava Gold. And I'm just not bringing that to the edge of my lips on the top lip because I've overdrawn them. So it would just look really obvious if I brought the gloss the whole way to the edge. And that, my dears, is my finished Megan Fox / prom look. So I hope you like it. It's super duper sexy. I'm actually going to meet a friend for lunch now. She has to sit beside this. Oh yeah. Okay, I'm just joking. I'll probably take a lot of it off before I go outside the door, to be honest. This would go with so many different colour outfits. And I was thinking, if you did want to incorporate the colour of your dress, if you were wearing it to prom, a really kind of subtle way to do that would be, instead of wearing brown eyeliner, you could use whatever colour eyeliner that is the colour of your dress. Good God, it's like English isn't even my first language. So you could use the same colour eyeliner as your dress. To say I'm wearing a purple dress, you could use a purple eyeliner in the waterline but keep everything else the same. Or if you've got green, you could use green or blue, whatever. And it's just like a really interesting pop of colour to tie in with the colour of your dress. So I really hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to click that little thumbs up button in the bottom left of the screen. I'm probably pointing to the wrong side, but it's the bottom left of the screen. Thumbs up, just give it a click. If you haven't subscribed, why not? Please subscribe. As usual, there'll be more pictures of this finished look on my blog, so you can go there, as well as all the products listed and all that kind of stuff. All my social media links down there: Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr. My Tumblr account, actually, this is an interesting one. I have decided to post derpy photos of myself, photos that I have taken from editing my film. So if I'm caught in the middle of like, I'll freeze it, do a screen grab and post it on my Tumblr because it's freaking hilarious. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you very soon. And if you're going to prom, have a great time. Bye!